level in our country. Our track record in the field of education, where we have been at the forefront of combining learning and moral consciousness and civic responsibility, all these speak for themselves. Today marks an opportunity for celebrating those who have benefited from and continue to benefit from the cutting-edge education which deliberately combines high academic standards and critical moral values, social consciousness and responsibility, thus enabling them to become difference-making citizens. We congratulate those who have and who are transitioning to another level through the moment and this moment when they graduate and lead this exercise. We commend the ways you have navigated the academic, physical, and social spaces to arrive at this most significant moment. We can congratulate the teachers and administrators and general staff for your fortitude, your strength, and commitment over the years. We congratulate the parents and graduation class and well-wishers who have offered support and guidance as you have passed through this institution. Graduates, we pray for your success as you continue your academic pursuit and are convinced that you will make a positive mark and contribution to nationhood. On behalf of the Southern Regional Council of the United Church, I bring you warm greetings and wish for you and yourselves every blessing. And I would add something to this as I bring this message from the church. You are leaving this institution into a world where there are 4 significant pressures on your life. There is the economic pressure that impacts issues of your survival. There is the cultural pressure that affects how you make choices. There is the moral pressure that impacts the quality of the decisions that you make. And there is the spiritual pressure that is intended to undergird your life as you live in this world. Therefore, I close with this. I have been going through some quotes and quotations of my life over the years, and I find this one, a Franciscan benediction. And I leave you with this benediction as you leave this place. For parents and graduates and teachers, may God bless you with this comfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that you may live deep within your heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you may work for justice, equality, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, and war, so that you will reach out with your hand to comfort them and change and transform their pain to joy. And may God bless every one of you with the foolishness to think that you can make a difference in this world, so that you will do the things which others think and tell you cannot be done. May God bless you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. A special good morning to the graduating class of 2025. I'm looking at you guys and you're looking wonderful. Some people looking nervous, some looking excited. Let me see the hands of those who are nervous. All right, nobody is. Good. So I stand here this morning and I'll say all protocols observed. We have gone through that by our chairperson this morning, so I don't need to go through all of that. Let me ask a question of the graduating class and just give me a quick show of hands. Who have heard about the Clarendon College Past Student Association before this morning? Good. So let's say 50% have heard about us. Second question. How many people know how you become members of this association? Again, quick show of hands. All right, nobody knows that. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. You should have known, but it's not a fatal error, right? Because I tell you something. When you walk out of here today, having graduated from this noble institution, by default, you become a member of the Clarendon College Past Student Association. Isn't that easy? But what does it mean? It means absolutely nothing in the true sense of the word if you don't do anything about your membership. So all of us who have walked through this institution for the past 80 plus years have all become members of the association. So I stand here today to represent the association and to bring greetings on behalf of the Clarendon College Past Student Association to our newest members. And I have a little script here that would have been sent or will be sent to you guys through your WhatsApp groups. And it is a very simple. It says the Clarendon College Past Student Association is a 75-year organization comprising of former students and supporters of Clarendon College. How old is this school? Anybody remember? Just over 80, 82 years old, right? Or 83, if my math serves me right. And this institution, this Past Student Association, is 75 years old. What it means is that we have stood the test of time. But even then, those who were in the process long before us saw it necessary to start an organization to support us as we go along. And we have benefited from it. And it is my hope that you guys will benefit and continue the traditions as we go along. The association is dedicated to providing an avenue for past students to contribute to the development of the school. As president of the association, I congratulate you on your graduation. At the same time, welcome you into the fold. So today, you're graduating from school, but you are now a member of the Past Student Association. Welcome. No doubt I heard the stories about how great school has been. So I know that you guys have had memorable time and you're looking forward to the next chapter of your life. Life is a journey. You started 5 years ago and now you are leaving school. You have learned a lot and we're here to support you along the journey. And I can tell you a lot of us have gone through it. We have been where you have been, so we understand all the emotions. The CC Past Student Association stands ready to assist in the journey. And while we are aware that some of us are not yet ready for deep commitment to the organization, at a minimum, we ask that you share your contact information with us. Because once you share those contact information, we will reach out to you and we will help you, along the way. Some people will remain in Jamaica. Some will end up elsewhere, true? Don't worry about that. The association has chapters in... the association has chapters in South Florida, Atlanta, New York, Maypen, Toronto, and London. Those sound like the places that we're likely to be, generally speaking, right? So once you go there, we will be in touch. You can stay in touch with us, and we will guide you along life's journey. There are a lot of things that we do. We do a lot for the people who interface with us. We provide the guidance, the mentorship, all of the life support that you will need. We're always there for you. That said, we at the CCPSA want to be your permanent connection to your alma mater. To achieve that goal, we're asking you to provide us with your contact information, as I said before. We will be in touch. We're happy to be here with you today, and we will be there for you as you leave here. Once again, congratulations to making it this far. This is not the end of a journey. It is really the beginning of the next chapter of your lives. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Good morning, everyone. I adopt the protocol previously established. On behalf of the Clarendon College Parent Teachers Association, we express our heartfelt congratulations on your outstanding achievement. Today, we celebrate not just your accomplishments, but also your journey, which was defined by your devotion, resilience, and perseverance. You have demonstrated resilience in the face of adversity, as well as dedication to achieving your objectives. This legacy of perseverance is a gift that will lead you as you embark on a future full of purpose, promise, and limitless possibilities. We are proud of you. We believe in you, and we look forward to seeing what you will become. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go forward with confidence and purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those greetings. Reverend Oliver Daly, who remind us of the 4 types of pressure. Did any of our graduates take note of those pressure? Economic pressure, and we're feeling it now, don't it? Cultural pressure, moral pressure, and spiritual pressure. And he left a very important statement with us in his closing. 3 words: may God bless you. Would you just echo those sentiments right now? May God bless you. Tell somebody, may God bless you. And we really want to tell God to bless him too. So come on, say, may God bless you, Reverend Oliver Daly. We really thank the United Church in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands for the contribution and for undergirding this noble institution. We thank you, sir, for your greeting. We also want to express thanks to Mr. Delvin Doman, the rep for our PSA. Will you put your hands together for our Past Student Association? Yes. I always love to big them up, as the PTA, as a parent rep, because you know what? A lot of our parents got benefit for our children through the Past Student Association. And guess what? Today you know how to make a permanent connection to your alma mater, Clarendon College. Are you excited? Yes, you are. You ought to be. Because today when you leave here, you're not just any other student, but you're going to be a CC Past student. So say that with attitude, CC Past student. Come on, look on the graduate beside you and say, I'm going to be a CC Past student. Yes, and I know your contributions will be coming to the numerous contributions. Even the other day at Labor Day, they did an awesome job by preparing and helping to beautify the place, and the job continues from our PSA. And again, on behalf of the parents, would you just put your hands together one more time for the PSA? Yes, and the great work they continue to do. And of course, all our parents are celebrating in this proud moment. Mrs. Sawano, come out, you look good. Tell another parent, say, you look good, you look good. Look around another parent, man, and tell them, you look good. All these things, new shoes, new dress, new clocks, new eyelash, new ear, new everything. Oh, you look good. Tell the person beside you, you look good. Yes, you came all out today to celebrate your gems. Yes, and graduates, you look very, very good. And so today we are celebrating. Put your hands together again for yourselves. Yes, Mr. Wilson, you look good. And all our invited guests, you are looking good. We continue on the theme, a legacy of perseverance. And we have been coming a long way. Is it Buju say it's not an easy road? Yes, man, it's not an easy road. But you have come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord. And we want to continue to do that as you finish this journey strong to continue the next. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to hear the drums roll. Somebody say drum roll. Come on, somebody say drum roll. And so the drums are in the place, and we're going to get an item from the male drum ensemble. And the theme says, let the drums speak. So would you put your hands together and get excited for the drum ensemble? Wonderful, wonderful indeed. I just feel the rhythm rocking into my bones. Anybody else feel the rhythm? Yes, they're doing good, don't it? A lovely group of young men using their hands on the drums to make melody. Put your hands together for them one more time, and also for their teachers. Yes, yes, yes. So we are moving on nicely, and so we are getting ready to hear from the captain of the ship. And so that person is our principal, Mr. David O. Wilson, and he'll be doing a principal's charge and a presentation of the graduates. But before he comes, I just want to remind you of a little bit of information that Alia shared, that we're still collecting some markers. Some of these markers that Alia mentioned that teacher would have lost because you used them up. Parents, guess what? Send on the marker there for the new school term so teachers can have more markers. Thank you so much. Mr. Wilson, welcome to the podium.
Madam Chair and the President of our PTA, our Board Chairman, Mr. Fitzcarty, other members of the board on the platform and in the audience, and quite likely online, Reverend Daly. I know our EO is not, or rather Regional Director is not here, but he too may be joining online, so we greet him. We greet our guest speaker, Mr. Gale. We greet our vice principals, other members of the academic staff, the admin and ancillary, other members of the PTA, the executive, Sir Delvin, President, and other members of the Past Students Association, graduating class of 2025, special people, I'll reserve what I have to say until I get to saying it. Other special invited guests, parents, those who parent, past students and friends, good morning. Now, the drums woke you up just now, which means that my task is going to be very easy. You're all attentive, and that is beautiful. I want to give a special commendation to Mr. Thomas for having received an assignment and really took it to task. Annually, when we have our choirs present, we find that you would think it's just a girls' school, true? But the boys are here too, and they have talent. And I'm happy that they have shown the skills today. And I'm sure that this class of 2025, you're not going to forget the beating of the drums as they awake you to listen to your principal. In 2020, it was July 8th when we met online. And I remember the discussion like it was yesterday because I had it in my diary and I checked the diary. And in the discussion, when I spoke to you as first formers, young, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, looking to come to this big school, I invited you to be mindful of the ABCs, your academic profile, your behavior, and your involvement in co-curricular activities. Did you take heed? You did. Great. I reminded the parents then that this is now our school. You no longer can say, CC them. You will have to say, our school. Now, even as past students, this will be still our school. So the COVID-19 presented some challenges. And as Aliyah outlined, you never got that burst of energy first morning running up this hill. But when you did come in 2022, the excitement was there. And for those persons who weren't exercising, you began to exercise. Because even for 5 to 7 minutes, you had to trek over this hill. And those who didn't like to get to devotions on time, we had the prefects who will be ensuring that you did get up here on time, or you'll get a detention. Can anybody say, I didn't get a detention? Oh, beautiful children, I am so happy for that. Give yourselves a big hand. To get to this stage is meaningful. And the reason is a simple one. You can grab your diploma and you can say, do this and beat me. But you don't need to say, do this and beat me. What you need to say is, do this and join me. Because you're speaking to those who will come after you. So I want you to speak to the fourth formers, speak to those in first form, speak to those peppers who are coming in now, and say to them, do this and join me. Tell them, my man. All right. To get to this stage, you would have thrived. You were fortunate to have witnessed a couple of the Costa Cups at your school. Not many people can say I was at CC at the time when we won the national championships in football in the Oliver Shield. and we won the rural championships in the Costa Cup. But you can boast that. You are special because you started at a disadvantage. And the disadvantage was not through parenting, it was not through placement at a school, it was through the circumstance of the time. But what did you do? You rose with resilience. Even though you didn't come into this space, you took the school's motto, persevere and excel, to heart. So you, despite the obstacles, you demonstrated remarkable perseverance. You embraced the virtual learning mode, and you found ways to connect with your teachers and your peers even though you were physically apart. You adopted to the new technology, but for some persons that adoption was too good, because we had to get to a point where we had to say, hello, no phones, because the phone was becoming too distracting. But then you still adapted. And you are here because as good CCites, you can change, you can become better. You're at this stage, but as you move forward, I want to bring to your attention what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a better place, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you lived. This is to succeed. As you reflect on your friendships, that person you met only in third form, ask yourselves, have you made one life better? This week, we had the class of 1978 visiting our school, and they shared with the general school body. You weren't here because you were practicing for your graduation. But the class of 1978, if we count from then to now, would have left here 47 years ago. You weren't thought of. Some of your parents weren't even thought of then. But they have still maintained that friendship. And the friendship has propelled them to say, we are CCites, and we must give back to our school. This is not to say they waited 47 years, but they have come back for their reunion, and they have indeed been giving back. One of the things they gave was 2 70-inch television sets, which we will be using in the hall. So when you come back to sixth form, or when you do come back to visit from college, and you want to make those wonderful presentations, they will be there to aid in the presentations. I'm saying that to say, now that you are going to be past students, members say, you must give back. You remember? Great. Now, success is not just measured by individual achievements. When we speak about the debate, the quiz, the football, the track and field, these are team activities. We speak, we work, we do as a community. And as a community, we're graduating together. if there's one disappointment I have is this, that we need a bigger space to hold the 300 that started. Today, we have 171 fifth formers graduating. It means that 130 are not where you are. So you are special. So you are special. And why are you special? Because you listened to learn and you learned to listen. As members of the Clarendon College community and the wider community, I want us to be good citizens. To be good citizens. And I want to use this platform because people hearing me online. When you leave Maypen and you're traveling from the woods, from you get to Buckner, all the way right up to Turner's, is a big garbage heap. And it's not the people who live there who do it. It is the people who are transferring from Maypen to there, coming through, or going down, who mess up the place. As good citizens, I want us to tell the people, keep our places or spaces clean. Keep the garbage in the cars, dump them at the appropriate space. Good citizens will do that. So it's not just your house that must be clean, but all the spaces in which we have to traverse. Do business, raise families, and be good Jamaicans. So be mindful of your actions. Respect your peers. Respect your neighbors. Respect your co-workers. Play an active role in making our community a better place. Reverend Daly and I did not have a conversation about what we would speak on today. But as I thought of what I should say to you, you've listened to me for 3.5, 5 years really, because we spoke online before you got in this space. My indication was class of 2025. You are navigating a set of challenges which are unique to you. And I posit that there are these three. Didn't give you 4 this time. These 3. And these are 4 potential challenges that you have to face. One is the challenge of career uncertainty and choosing a path. You heard about the moral dilemma. I ask that you identify the interests that you have. Explore them through internships. Volunteer. If you don't do anything, you don't know what you can do. And this is where the co-curricular involvement was important. And I'm sure you did it, but now you know they are critical to personal and professional success. Do something, because otherwise you will never know what you can do. Seek guidance. Find those persons who can help. Do you know that the past students' body is a critical part of the guidance process? When we invite past students back to speak to you, it is not just a light ask. It is such that they can come and tell you that they too were there. And they have made tremendous sacrifices to be where they are. So you too can become even greater. So seek guidance. Build your skills. So if you think you are a great speaker now, build on it. You're an excellent artist now, practice. Remember, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Build on your skills. Build on your skills. Build on skills which are transferable. I hear a lot of us saying we don't want to become teachers. But when you become a teacher, you can become anything else. And remember now, there are scholarships. There are scholarships. And even if you're going to be bonded for 3 years as a teacher, think of 3 years in comparison to the rest of your lives. So you don't spend any money, or your parents want to find it, but the government gives you a scholarship to do whichever teacher training program, English, math, the sciences, tech voc. You do 3 years there, and then you can do whatever else you want to. Plus, teaching offers flexibility. You can teach and study. The next challenge, financial. Rolf spoke to it. The financial constraints. Parents, you are rich, and we're happy that you're rich parents. So your children here have no problem with money. Not true? You're not answering me. Is it true? Okay, so it's not so. So there's the constraint of finance. How do you circumvent that? We're asking that you remember the teaching in home ec. Do your budget. If you have $10 to spend, budget the $10. If you can spend 5 and save 5, do that. As you navigate the college space, remember there is the NCB Foundation that offers several scholarships annually and offers grants. Remember, the Past Students Association also has grants and scholarships for students who have left CC. So access those. The important thing is to know. Develop financial literacy. Read. So don't tell yourselves you can't go to study. And this critical point, fifth formers, do not stay at home with 6 and 7 subjects. Do not stay at home with 6 and 7 subjects. If we even have to squeeze you in a space up here, you need to come and let us get this done. Did you hear me? All right. The third challenge, balancing independence and responsibility. And just to tell you about this, I'll share the story of the kite. Anybody here fly kite? Wouldn't fly kite? Yes, what I say about the devices. When we were growing up, you have to go out a door. You can't stay inside. So you had to go fly a kite. But think of this kite. The kite was expertly crafted. But the kite, in all its beauty, is held by a string as it flutters in the wind. True? If there are obstacles, the person flying the kite, you're pulling the kite. When you see that it'll go itch up in or something, and when it's clear, you let it out. True? So the kite can move freely whilst it has some constraints. But the kite gets bossy. The kite decides that I want my freedom. So the kite just busts away. And what happened to the kite? The kite found itself lodged on a light pole. And whilst on the light pole, nobody can reach it. The kite was battered by the weather. It became tattered, torn, and soon came to naught. With freedom comes responsibility, true? And as much as you can be free and you want to be free, be mindful of the constraints that you have. The constraints of conscience, the constraints of honesty, the constraints of diligence. As CC past students, be free but be free to make wise choices. Don't be like the kite. So build sound networks. The past students is a good network. Your friends here, good network. Be in touch with your teachers. Because the question will be asked, who will write your reference? Do you have 3 teachers who you can call on anytime and say, Miss, please do a reference for me? Do you have 3 teachers who you can call on and say, Miss, please write a reference for me? Great. So you are half the way to overcoming that hurdle. Self-care is the last point I want to tell you about. Self-care. Young men, cut your nails. Keep your nails clean. Keep your shoes clean. Yeah, I know you brush your teeth and everything, and I'll tell you that. But I remember when I just came to this job, I met a beautiful old lady at the United Church. And I say old lady because she was 77, she told me. And at the end of the service, she came to say, you know, I have been admiring you. And what she saw first was my clean shoes and my clean fingernails. The girl you're going to meet, she might very well be looking at your nails. And why is this nails and shoes important? It's simple things. If you can take care of the small things, you'll be given the opportunity to take care of bigger things. So pay attention to the small stuff. So as you continue your journey, class of 2025, perseverance is key. Excellence is your mantra. You are purposeful in doing what you're doing, and you've been quite purposeful in getting to this stage. You've been resilient. You've overcome obstacles. Remember that as you take this new step, you, my little ones, are the living, breathing products of Clarendon College. You are young men and young women of honor who are pursuing excellence and leading by positive examples. You are great, and you will become greater still. Tell the person beside you, Emma, this mic now going to make me stop talk. Tell the person beside you, you are great, and you will become greater still. And we are going to come back, come build with school. Same sir. Finally, if I said that I am proud of you one more time, tell me to say it again. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I am absolutely proud of you. Each and every one of you. So let me say congratulations, class of 2025. I, along with the staff, the board, we are looking forward to the great things that you are going to accomplish. And we know that the foundation that's been laid here, you are going to build on it. Class of 2025. It therefore gives me the greatest of pleasure. We're not going to sing now, so. Resilience, purposefulness, gentleness, kindness, good citizenship, diligence, timeliness, reverence for God, spirituality and morality. These are all qualities which the class of 2025 possess. Therefore, it gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to present the beautiful and bold graduating class of 2025.
Indeed, indeed, their principal is very proud of you. And with that said, we will be receiving the item from the graduates. So put your hands together for them. Come on, share the love until our young men take the stage. Keep the excitement going. Yes, yes, it's celebration time and your principal is proud of you. And so are the parents.
Now, CC, growth is always a wonderful way of manifesting by time. It is what represents the past and change the future. struggle for something. We get a ball inside. Sometimes it's like from 2020. Really I'm from the party one. Clearly up, being on my class, the lady of the class, and never pass the mark to that. Slow this up, so the people will be. Start to work on the money of the goodies. Just take to go out of your city, go to touch, motivate them, just to let them know what people. I want to look at my trophies. Remember season stories. I want to see them give glory. Yeah, we have to give glory. Someday I'ma find my peace. Someday outside the street. Something inside me tell me that one day I'ma find my way. My way. Just a young over me I pray. Blessing them in the life. I saw it in the road. Straight. Find my way. We wanna fall inside. We can use the right. First time it's the life in my day.
Wow, come on, let's put our hands together for the graduating class of 2025. Lots of energy, lots of entertainment, lots of greatness. And I hear the sermon saying that we must give back, we must come back. And I believe that greatness is on the rise. The students of Clarendon College leaving this institution are going to do great things. Do you agree with me, audience? Come on, say greatness on the rise. Yes, and I love what I'm hearing, love what I'm seeing, loving the energy. And I believe the Past Student Association don't have anything to worry about, because all these DJ and artists and these rich people in the making will be giving back. Somebody shouted and say, I will be giving back. Come on, graduates, shout that out and say, I will be giving back. Yes, and I must encourage you to come back to sixth form and continue to build Clarendon College. I love what you're doing. What a beautiful rendition from the graduating class. Would you put your hands together again for them? Very spirited. I can. And it was a medley, so several different songs combining together. I know the one that says, greatness is the power inside. And what I'm looking at is greatness. So let me take off my glasses and you look at my face very well, because you are heading for great places. Don't drive past me. Please to toot your horn and blow me, please, because I was your MC at your graduation in 2025. And that's you, because greatness lies inside of you. Look at the person and says, you are greatness. Touch the other person and say, you are greatness. Just continue to walk with all that information that your principal shared and all the other persons share with you. And to give you some extra, somebody say extra. You know, the cake is not nice without the icing, don't it? The icing is the extra niceness. And so we are that part of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so let me just allow enough to settle from the excitement. Yes, and we are getting ready right now to hear from our guest speaker. And to introduce our guest speaker to us is Kimon Burke of 5-4. Will you put your hands together and welcome the introduction of the guest speaker by Kimon Burke.
Mr. Fitzcarty, Chairman and other members of the Board of Management, Reverend Oliver Daly, Interim Chair of Southern Regional Mission Council, United Church in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands, and the Reverend Brian Stone, School Chaplain, Mr. Barrington Richardson, Regional Director, Region 7, Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Mr. David O. Wilson, Principal, Mrs. Lilith Wilson and Mr. Linval Levy, Vice Principals, Mrs. Christine Russell-Lewin, President of the Parents-Teacher Association, Mr. Delvin Doman, President of the Past Students Association National Chapter, members of the academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, graduating class of 2025, other specially invited guests, students, past students, and friends, a pleasant morning to you all. I stand before you today to introduce a proud son of Southfield, St. Elizabeth, someone who was raised in a quiet rural district where hard work, humility, and curiosity were a part of everyday life. At Monroe College, he developed a sense of discipline and determination that pushed him to aim higher. He later earned a degree in economics from the University of the West Indies, followed by a master's degree. Yes, a master's degree in business administration in financial management from Arizona State University. Over the course of his career, he has worked in most areas of financial services, and his roles have spanned markets in Jamaica, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, the US, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and even the Cayman Islands. Whoa, this man has traveled the world, giving him both breadth and depth in the industry. Along the way, he built a reputation for being practical, people-focused, and results-oriented, always staying close to what matters most, the customers and the community he serves. Today, as Executive Vice President of Retail Banking at National Commercial Bank, Jamaica Limited, his portfolio involves shaping the experience of thousands of customers across the island at every single stage of life. Every decision he makes is guided by a single principle. How can this improve the customer's experience? His leadership is a unique mix of lived experiences, strategic insights, and a genuine care for the people he serves and leads. Grounded by his beginnings, driven by a deep belief in equity and access, he continues to lead in a way that reflects where he has been and where Jamaica needs to go. It is my honor to introduce our guest speaker, the serving CEO of National Commercial Bank Limited. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Perrin Gale.
So I have to issue one very, very important clarification. So I'm not the CEO of the National Commercial Bank. The CEO is my boss, Mr. Bruce Bowen. Graduates, parents, members of the board, faculty and administration, and most importantly, the mighty Clarendon College class of 2025, good afternoon. Now, before I go any further, there was a sign I kept seeing from the stage that really exemplifies how parents feel when they see their children graduating. Where's Patrick? Patrick, stand up, man. Stand up. So, is one Patrick? So I saw a sign that said, Patrick, you've made me a proud mommy. So mommy, big up as well. Patrick, big up yourself. Now, being here is really no small feat, and I know we've been here for a couple of hours, so this is not intended to be the traditional graduation speech. My intention is really to share what I've learned since I sat in the same position as you a few years ago, and some of the lessons that I think will help you as you go forward. But before I do, the performance that we saw from the graduates, I've never really seen this at a graduation before. So I want to big up the graduates, and let's give them a real round of applause. Now, when I became a parent and my kids started going to school, there was one question that I couldn't understand. When I went to school, there weren't so many projects. You guys have a lot of projects here at CC? So it almost felt like the projects were for the parents. Parents, you feel like that? Sometimes the projects could never be for the children with how difficult they were. But the parents, really have made a big contribution financially, emotionally, every shally that you may want to mention to get you to this position. So I'm going to ask the graduates to really give a round of applause to the parents. But what would be a school without our teachers? So my wife taught English language and literature for many years in high school. And I really didn't understand what the teachers go through until I saw it from the other side. I used to help to mark papers as well, because the faster the papers mark, we can go to bed. So I would help with marking the papers. But teachers really play a significant role in our society. And I'd like us to really recognize the members of staff and our teachers here this afternoon. So let's give them a round of applause. Now, I'm particularly proud to be here because one of my teachers, actually two, are here on the platform. So Mr. Wilson and Mrs. Wilson taught me in high school, right? And Mr. Wilson looked the same way except for the gray beard. So when I went to school, it wasn't gray. We had a nickname for him, which I won't share on this platform, but Mr. Wilson was one of those teachers that the students were afraid of. And this is an all-boys school, but he was very, very strict. So when he reached out to me to come here to speak, and the message said, David Wilson, I didn't even know that Mr. Wilson's first name was David, because you couldn't go beyond Sir or Mr. Wilson. But what's even more interesting is that teachers really play a significant role in our lives. And my mom, Mr. Wilson probably don't remember this, told me about a story when, after we did CXCs, I got grade 3 for math twice. Never did it over again because I never trust it. So after I get the second 3, I say I'm sticking with that because you never know what can happen, right? So I went to Monroe, but I needed one more course for sixth form. One more. And I did the sciences, but I didn't do biology. Just never liked that aspect of the sciences. And I needed one more subject, which was additional math. And we actually went to Monroe, don't know if you remember Mr. Wilson, and you needed to have at least a grade 1 or grade 2 in the subject to do it at sixth form. My mom spoke to Mr. Wilson, begged him, and I was allowed to do it. So I actually ended up passing additional math and A-level math at the A-level because of a decision that Mr. Wilson made. So Mr. Wilson, thank you very much for that. Let's give him a round of applause. So when I was asked to speak here, I have a PR team at work and they wrote a speech. So the team in PR, they are younger, and they said, we can't give you a boring graduation speech. We need something that resonates with the students. So I read the speech and it never resonated with me. Some of the things I never understand it. So I said, let me test it. So I went at home, spoke to my son who is 13 going 14. So he started laughing because he understands those things. And as I read it, a colleague of mine spoke at the Monroe graduation last week. And I said to myself, let me not come here to read a speech that somebody else wrote. I actually sat down and made a list of things that I felt would be most important for you as you go on this journey. So this year's theme is a legacy of perseverance, a future of purpose. And it might sound like a fancy motto, but it's really a challenge. When we think about legacy, we think about old people, people that are much older, your grandparents, persons that are distinguished, but our legacy really starts right now today. And as you heard your classmates coming up to speak and the cheers that you gave, it's clear that some persons have already built a legacy here just amongst their friends. Now, it's the small decisions that you've already made that really help to form a legacy, such as helping a classmate, being mannerly, punctual. Mr. Wilson spoke about getting a recommendation from teachers and having at least 3 teachers that will give you a strong recommendation. All of those things are the decisions that you made. So when you look around you, and when I reflect on my graduation, sitting right here, we have doctors, lawyers, engineers, athletes, musicians, educators, entrepreneurs. Your future boss might be sitting here as well. You have influencers. I saw all the phones, and not necessarily the TikTok or Instagram kind, but the kind that really leaves a mark. And these things don't really come with a degree, but it really comes down to how you show up, how you treat people, and how you choose to act. So on my lapel there are 2 pins. So one is where I work, but the most important one is the Monroe College pin. And what it represents is my foundation. So I'm proudly a Monroean. I went to Monroe Prep, which is at the foot of the hill for Monroe College. So for all my time in prep school, you're looking up at the school and you want to go there. And that has formed for me my foundation. Now, whether you like Clarendon College or not, this is your foundation. So that's something that you have no choice about. But this is the foundation that you have. What you have a choice about is how you build on that foundation. And that's what I want to talk about today. Now, depending on how you build, what is created will look different for everybody. So you all have the same foundation this afternoon. But what you do starting tomorrow is going to be different for everyone. And what is certain is that what you build is 100% within your control. The possibilities are endless. If you take another look around the room, going forward, life will change for each and every one of you, either positively or negatively. You may realize your dreams, or you may not. You may become what you want to be in life, or you may not. So tomorrow, the greatest influence on the outcome of your lives will be the decisions that you make. So if you're going to sixth form, it's easy. You're going to sixth form. But for those of you that are not going to sixth form, it's a little bit different. So when you think about purpose, purpose isn't always pretty. It doesn't come wrapped in clarity and confidence, and sometimes it looks like uncertainty. It could be failing an exam. It could be not having a 5-year plan. There are some persons here that are very, very sure of what they want to do. No, I was not one of those persons. So when I graduated from high school, banking was never in my plans. I never wanted to be a banker. I had no interest in being a banker or anything like that. And I've been a bank executive since my late 20s. So what I really wanted to do was to go to Hart and to study automotive electronics. So in my community, you'd hear all the big sound systems in the different cars. They would pass on the street, and I really love music. And I really wanted to learn how to do that, how to string up sound system in cars. I never ended up going to Hart, but that was something that I learned to do. I wanted, after Hart, to go to JAGAS, which is a Jamaican-German automotive school, to become a mechanic. And I felt that after doing that, I'd become an automotive engineer. Now, my parents were not supportive of going to Hart. And I didn't want to go to school abroad. I didn't want to spend more time at UTech. I was young, I had a car, lots of friends, and you just want to enjoy life. So you never really make the best decision in terms of thinking 10 years down the road. So I went to university to study computer science and electronics. but I never end up with a degree in computer science and electronics either. I actually spent most of my time in university playing on a sound system. Yes, playing on a sound system. So I started 2 sound systems when I moved to university, and that was life. You play out in the nights. I did well enough in school that I didn't have to go to class all the time. I would recommend that. But I could study well enough to pass the exams. But the intention, again, wasn't necessarily to use the degree. My parents sent me to university, so I got there. But when I left university, something clicked to me. I had to sit down and think about, what do I want to do for the next 10 years, and what if this thing don't work out? So you see a lot of musicians, lots of people, 10 years, 15 years pass, and they're still chasing a dream, and I'm not saying not to chase it, but it's very important, the decisions that you made. So I actually got up one day, changed my phone number, never spoke to anybody that was on the sound system again, and I sought out to find a job. And I'll soon get to that process, but one of the things that I want to share is that my journey of owning a sound system was the story that got me into grad school. So I got into grad school at the age of 24. And when I traveled to Arizona for my grad school interview, I didn't have much work experience. I'd worked for a year, most of which was actually in Maypen. So I worked with VM in Maypen for about a year. And the story about what I could offer coming to graduate school was to explain how I ran a sound system. So I want to share a few key principles that, for me, makes whatever you're doing is relevant for whatever you're doing. And these are the things that has really resonated with me. So the very, very first one, I spoke about Monroe, is being proud of who you are and where you're from. It's hard to underestimate how much a difference it makes when you're proud of your background and you're very proud of the place that you're from. I'm never embarrassed to tell someone that my community is about the length of a driveway to come up here. Maybe shorter than that. That's the whole district. And that's something that I'm very proud about. So when you think about all the communities that surround here and everywhere that you are from, it's really, really important that you recognize that many times when you see executives and people on TV, they are from places most of the time just like this. Most of the colleagues that I've worked with in banking are from small communities. Clarendon, St. Elizabeth, St. Anne, all over the place. So it's really important to understand that you can achieve that too. Now, having a role model helps. And for me, when I got into banking, it was the Honorable Senator Aubin Hill. At the time, he was the CEO of NCB. He had just returned to Jamaica from being the head of the Bank of Oman in the Middle East. And I couldn't believe that this man was from the lane behind my grandmother's house. He went to Monroe as well, and it showed me that this is something that you could achieve, and I had the opportunity to meet with him. And when I went to his house, on the wall in Cherry Gardens, and this is me as a young person going uptown for the first time, was the name of the property, and it was Southfield. Southfield is our community. And if you ever listen to Aubin Hill speaks, he speaks very passionately about Southfield. I remember being in Parliament once, and I said, I'm from St. Elizabeth. And he stopped me to say, no, you're from Southfield. So I want to ensure that everyone remembers, be proud of where you're from and the foundation that you have here. The second is to be punctual. So at 7 o'clock this morning, I was getting ready to come here, and I saw the chairman of our bank calling, so I have to answer the phone. Now, I was hoping it's not a long call, because I'm getting ready to come here. So the call was a little bit longish, which meant that I was late. But being late for me means that I was here from 9:15 this morning. And that for me is late. So Mr. Wilson, when you called me, I was almost here. But you have to have certain principles in life that you stick by. And for me, it's punctuality. If I'm a minute late, people think something is wrong. Because I'm always at least an hour early. Now, this means that I respect your time by ensuring that you invited me here, and I'm not showing up late. But it shows discipline, professionalism, and reliability. It's something that is free to do, and it's something that most people don't do. You think about working on Jamaica time. It doesn't have to be like that. But being late oftentimes will close doors for you before you even knock on them. You'll be surprised at the number of persons that have opportunities, they get an interview and they show up late. So that's one thing that you want to be mindful of. The second is that whatever you're doing, ensure you do your best. I got the opportunity early in my career to go to Canada, and the head of the department that I worked, he would come to work at 6:30 in the morning and leave at about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the night. And this was one of the most senior persons in the bank that I was working for. So it meant that I went to work at 6:30 as well. But what was very interesting is that at 8:30, he would come out of his office for snacks. And where we sat in the office was where they had the snacks. So it gave us an opportunity to get to know him outside of a normal level of work. And over time, he recognized the work I was doing. And people would always come to me and say, Perrin, do you have any capacity? And I'd say, yes, I have some capacity. But being truthful is one of the only times that is okay to lie, because I had no capacity. Zero. I would take the work, go home, have dinner at 9 o'clock, and work again until 1 or 2 in the morning. And I'm not necessarily encouraging persons to do that. But it demonstrated to him, and this is somebody I had no connections with, that I was somebody that was committed to what I was doing. And one day I went in his office and he said, I'm going to send you to Trinidad to be the assistant general manager of corporate and commercial banking. And I'd never worked in a commercial bank before. But it made a big difference for my career. And it means that whatever you're doing now is the foundation for where you want to go. The last thing is to stay curious. So the world is changing fast. You have to stay hungry. You have to read, explore, ask questions. The most successful persons are not necessarily going to be the brightest persons in a class. They always say that sometimes the A students work for the C students. And as you get older, sometimes that happens for true. But things like AI is really going to change the working world. And there's no replacement for a very smart mind. So as you explore, as you learn, build on that, build on your mind. So I have a few suggestions as you move on to the next chapter in your journey. So for those of you going to sixth form, study hard, continue writing a resume, and getting good recommendations. Good grades and a strong recommendation will take you very far to whichever tertiary education you want to go to. But who I really want to speak to is the persons that this is the end of high school. This is really directed to you. The first is, if finances are an issue, seek out scholarships. Now, many persons may not know the hundreds and hundreds of scholarships that exist in Jamaica. Even my small group of Monroeans have scholarships for persons going to Monroe. And sometimes it's so narrow that there's somebody that went to Clarendon College, go to university, will have a scholarship for somebody who went to Clarendon College, is from Clarendon and is studying a very specific topic. So if you need those resources, spend the time, seek them out, because a lot of these scholarships go unutilized. The second is your resume. So I've interviewed hundreds of people. I've seen thousands of resumes. There's just one thing that will set you apart from most persons. Read your resume carefully. Imagine in 2025, with Microsoft Word underlining the spelling errors in the resume, telling you what's grammatically wrong. If I get 10 resumes, 6 or 7 of them still have errors. Now imagine when persons are applying and what you're sorting through initially is just the resumes. You're going to know this is not somebody who is coming to work to the extent you want them to work, because they didn't spend the time to just simply read their resume. So the poor resumes go to the bottom of the pile. The good resumes goes on top. But as you develop this resume, you also need to network. Now, it's been mentioned the Clarendon College Past Students Association. The best opportunity to network with someone is when you have something in common. From the same community, from the same school, people will stop and they'll listen to you just because they know that you're from this community, or you're from the same parish, or that you have something in common. So when I applied for my first job, I applied to every security dealer in Jamaica, which was about 50, and the responses were 0. The first response came 6 months after I started the first job. And the first job I started was one of the places that I actually applied to. And when I got the job, I realized they had vacancies, but nobody called. And how I got the first job was that I had a cousin who I'd never met, and I heard he worked at a particular bank. So I bought a suit, a binder, a tie, I still own the tie, and went to meet him. Because remember, first impressions are very, very, very important. So this is me leaving school, dressing up just like this. I don't have no job, but I'm going to meet somebody for the first time. So I have to present myself in a way that this person will think that this is somebody I can give an opportunity. So he introduced me to his boss. I did the same thing. It's the one tie I have. So same suit, same tie. The binder don't really have nothing in there other than the one-page resume. And I went and met her. So she said to me, I can't give you a job because I don't have a master's degree. But I think my husband may have an opportunity. So the same thing, same suit, same tie, same portfolio, because the portfolio make it look more important even though it's empty, right? So I went and met the husband. Husband don't have a job. So the husband introduced me to somebody else. So he gave me the home number of that person, called him. He introduced me to somebody else that worked at the place that he was working. And that's how I got the first job interview. And that was the job that started my career. So networking is very, very important. Just yesterday I was at work and somebody stopped me to say, hi Perrin, I used to go to Monroe. I was at an event that you spoke. And he's almost thinking I don't have time to stop. But you see, when you hear this person went Monroe, you don't even care where they're from. But you have such an affinity to where you are from that this is now an important person to you, that you want to know the person because you went to the same school. So networking, very important. Interviews, you need to prepare. So I've had job interviews that I take 2 weeks to prepare. I can't do nothing else other than preparing for the whole 2 weeks. I write out every question I think the persons could ask. I have persons do mock interviews with me to prepare for the interview. And you'll be surprised at the amount of persons that show up. Remember, you get your foot in the door. You did the resume, they call you for the interview, and all you have to do is prepare. And why I say all you have to do is to prepare, because 9 out of 10 people do not prepare. I can guarantee you, and I've been doing interviews for years, 9 out of 10 persons come to the interview unprepared. They either don't know what the role is about, or they've not taken the time to formulate why they are somebody that you should hire. So take the time and prepare, and that will make a huge difference. The next one is attitude. So most persons will hire somebody who have no experience if they have a great attitude. Somebody with a bad attitude spoils the department, it spoils the team, it brings in a negative vibe. But if somebody has the right attitude and the right aptitude to learn, it makes a big difference. And the attitude that you demonstrate will bring you further than the education or what is up here. So always try to have a positive attitude. The next one is to dress the part. So if you want to be the CEO, dress like the CEO. If you want to be the artist, you have to dress like an artist. Imagine a DJ show up and him not really dress good. People don't ever take him serious just because of how he's dressed. So think about what you want to convey and the message that you want to send with how you carry yourself or whatever role it is that you're interested in. The next one is your friends. So when we're in high school, we're friends with whoever is in high school. And most of the persons I went to high school with, I'm still very close friends with, some as far as prep school. And you're going to realize that life is going to diverge. So right now, everybody's at the same place today. Tomorrow, everybody's going to start a different path. And you need to surround yourself with friends that are aligned with where you want to go. So if you want to be a doctor, You need some friends who are thinking about med school too, or thinking about being a doctor. If you want to be a DJ, you want some friends that know something about music. Can you imagine if you want to be a DJ and all your friend doing is talking about med school, him can't help you. Sometimes you need somebody that will give you that level of encouragement. Like you know you can do it, but you just want somebody who will tell you. You don't want the friends who come with the negativity, who tell you that it can't work and tell you every reason why it can't work and not even one reason why you should do it. So find good friends. Lastly, there is no path to success. So what I'm doing today and every job I've ever had, when I sat where you are sitting now, I had no idea those jobs existed. None. In fact, when I joined the first bank that I worked for, I didn't even know what, I know I was joining in a training program, but I didn't know that any of these jobs are actual possibilities or opportunities or things that people can do. So when you think about your careers, don't limit yourself necessarily to just the standard things that most people look at. Think broadly. The world still needs doctors and lawyers, but we need a lot of data analysts. We need user experience designers, drone pilots, filmmakers, entertainers still. Explore widely. Last week there was an expo for the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And when you walked in, the section with guns was the smallest area in the arena. What was there was everything else. DNA testing, fraud, monitoring. There were a number of drones, and they had drone pilots present as well. So you start to see that there are many, many different career paths, but spend the time, explore, learn, understand what else is there for you to understand. The last two, which is most important, your email address. So when you get your first email, it's always funny. You come up with something cute, something funny for you and your friends. Don't ever put that on your resume. So if you have ccbadman@gmail.com or clarendonboss@hotmail.com or toocute876, no, leave that alone. First name, that last name, or first name, last name, because that alone conveys a message when you send that resume with a jokey email address. And the last thing, I saw all the phones coming out from the parents and everybody, social media. So if you don't know, the internet is permanent. There's a system that archives the internet. It's called Internet Archives. So it don't matter if you delete it. Anything that is posted on the internet is public and can be retrieved. And there was a release this week from the embassy that if you're applying for a visa, you need to make a social media account public. So that goes to members of the audience as well. If you're applying for a visa, whatever you posted on social media needs to be public. When you're applying for a job, the first thing I do with anybody is Google a person. And you'll be surprised the things that come up when you Google people. Sometimes it's not even them post it. Somebody tag their friend in a picture, and it's not a picture that should be there. Or you have the videos that circulate that come out of the schools that are permanently out there that sometimes are not appropriate either. So as you move forward and you think about where you want to go, be very, very mindful of how you use social media, because this is something that can come to bite you down the road. Now, class of 2025, you are not just about the future, but you are the now. So you are the authors of the next chapter in the school's proud legacy. You are the proof that perseverance pays off and the promise that purpose will carry us forward. So go forward boldly, make mistakes, learn from them, laugh often, love deeply, work hard. Never forget that greatness isn't a destination, it's a decision that you make every single day. Don't follow up on people and see what they're posting on social media and use that to judge how successful you are. Run your own race. But no matter how far you go, remember to reach back. Help someone else to climb. That's how we build stronger communities, stronger families, and a stronger Jamaica. So congratulations again, and may your future be as bright as your ambition. Big up Clarendon College, big up class of 2025. Walk good and walk with purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Perrin. And can the graduates of 2025 say, big up, Mr. Gale? That was a lesson that we will take with us wherever we go. Some life lessons. Did you learn anything in this class a while ago? Tell me what you learned. Somebody just tell me what you learned. He's not the CEO of NCB. You was listening. Anything else? Your appearance is everything. What else? Choose your friends. What? You mustn't forget where you come from. Be proud of where you are from. What else? Manners and discipline. He mentioned about the 2 P's, punctual and presence. And punctuality matters. He says, do your best in all you do and be truthful. What you are doing now is the foundation for where you are going. You must have a what? A good resume. Somebody say a good resume. Because a good resume stays on where? On the top. Say good resume stays on the. And what happened to the bad resumes? Them go one side and they put them at the bottom. It says, show up with the right attitude. Somebody say the right attitude. Because it is the right attitude that goes on YouTube that will matter. Yes, because social media speaks volume. So if you're applying for a visa, you have to now have what? A public status on your social media so they can get to know more about you. Lots of legacy in sharing today to us, don't it? Parents, you learn anything? Come on, say big up to Mr. Gale. Where is he from again? Yes, he was from St. Best the Best, and where else? South Side or Southfield. So yes, we are not forgetting, sir, where you are from. And he did mention about a school. Which school? Monroe. So guess what up? You can't forget where you're coming from. Where you're coming from? Clarendon College. One college, Clarendon. Yes, so take all of those valuable lessons. I took a whole notes. I could just write a book, sir, and attach your name to beside mine because there was so much to take from it. Put your hands together one more time for our guest speaker's address. That was neat indeed. But to say it better than I am doing is Janaya Tolo, who will be coming to make a presentation to our guest speaker. Put your hands together for the beautiful Janaya Tolo.
Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. All protocols observed, good afternoon. Mr. Gale, it is with sincere gratitude that we acknowledge the impact of your presence here this afternoon. Your experiences, your leadership, your journey, and your unwavering commitment to your community and country continue to inspire us. Your message was truly meaningful, and I know my fellow graduates have learned a lot. We have truly been encouraged to aim higher, always be punctual, be proud of who you are and where you are from. Not only that, but we should always be prepared in life just to name a few. Thank you for sharing your time, your insight, and your presence with us. Please accept this gift as a gesture of our deep respect and sincere thanks.
Come on, put your hands together again for Janaya expressing appreciation on behalf of you all to our guest speaker. It is, somebody say, what's next? It is that time when you are going to step into your future with purpose. And so we are getting ready for the presentation of certificates. And so I know you're excited. Are you excited? So we're going to do this little song, and as we get our presenters ready, we show some love in the room as we get ourselves ready. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel. Class of 25, are you ready? One love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. Let's do that one more time. One love, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. So we are getting ready to step to the next, the future of purpose. And so I'm going to invite Miss A. West and all the other teachers that are on this to come. And the readers are Mrs. Lilith Wilson and Mr. Linva Levy. And they will be taking it from here with the presentation of the certificates. Would you put your hands together for our vice principals? Aren't they looking lovely? Come on, show them some love. Nice.
Checking. Checking.
Stakeholders, honored guests, and well-wishers. It is indeed our pleasure to celebrate with the graduating class of 2025 this significant milestone in their educational achievement. It is with pride that we welcome our graduating class as they receive their certificates. 5-1 and 5-2 can stand and take your designated locations.
All right, we are ready. Good afternoon, everyone. From 5-1, we have Garen Burke.
5-2, Kajani Barnett.
Devontae Crossfield.
Ajani Corikas.
Kenton Ellis.
Patrick Mackenzie.
Dante Lewis.
Terrell Thomas.
Omario McKay,
Kelly Anderson,
Kevin Mitchell,
Chrisanne Campbell,
Kevar Pennant,
Christiana Clark,
Joshua Semuda,
Janice Davis,
Sheena Adams,
Walonzo Ellis,
Anushka Bravo,
Kayla Johnson,
Aaron Ellis,
Abriana Lewis,
Nikki Burke,
Abigail Melhado,
Ariana Goldburn,
Rihanna Simpson,
Daniel Johnson,
Rashida Smith,
Latoya Osborne,
Ayana Stewart,
Grayson Richards,
Ramona Walters,
Alia Stewart,
Carlisa Watson,
Janaya Toller,
Dominique Watson,
Kira Walton,
Sonia Williams, You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Students of 5-3 and 5-4 can stand and proceed to your designated locations. Thank you.
students of 5-3, Anthony Dakers,
Students of 5-4, Dangel Ferguson,
Clifton Ferron,
Darnell Graham,
Alexandre Gale,
Jordan Heron,
Leandre Grant,
Rajul Jamison,
Desmond McKenzie,
Twain Johnson,
Raheem McKenzie, Jamal Peters.
Marley Sinclair.
Derek Phillips.
Trishana Baker.
Everton Wilson.
Jamila Brown.
Bianca Bogle.
Kimon Burke.
Asonia Brown.
Aisha Douglas.
Janelle Brown.
Natania Elliott.
Alicia Dinell.
Anna K. Farron.
Michaela Hines.
Gabriel Jones.
Felicia Hornets.
Kiana McDonald.
Tawana Johnson.
Carissa Rose.
Alexandra Rochester.
Jessica Smart.
Janae Thomas.
Abigail Smith.
Serenia Wallace.
Malika Thomas.
Ariana Waugh.
Delordale Virgo.
Janelia Wilson.
Tashiana Wright. You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Young men and young women of 5'5" and 5'6", you may stand and take your designated locations.
Students of 5'5". Lawayne Blackwood.
Students of 5'6", Shaquille Campbell.
Patrick Bowes.
Oric Davis.
And Troy Dawkins.
Lamarco Humes.
Devontae Fagan.
Maya Henry.
Marlon Biller.
She said that the persons are blocking the way. Ladies and gentlemen, can you move to the side? Those individuals who are taking photographs, move over to the side, please. You're not supposed to be blocking the graduates.
Gentleman with the phone right there. You can't stay there.
The young lady, can
So you have to step to the side. You have to go all the way to the side.
You have to go behind the graduates, please, because you're blocking the graduates.
Go ahead. Okoy Mondo.
I'm not certain. Which one is it? Oh, David Knowles.
Xavier Ricketts.
Roden Prince.
Aaron Smythe.
Michaela Armstrong.
Tyler Thomas.
Casaria Britton.
Leona Anderson.
Kimora Brown.
Ken Marie Barrett.
Sasha Freeman.
April Beadle.
Aliana Hanson.
Alia Burnett.
Dejone Henry.
Timoya Cole.
Kayla Johnson.
Onelia Ferron.
Shakela Lewin.
Sanique Forbes.
Vanessa Lingard.
Shaliqua McKenzie.
Alia Mackenzie.
Janelle Mitchell.
Deandra Reed.
Chanel Morgan.
Anika Simpson.
Alicia Redfin.
Brianna Thompson.
Shauna K. Scott.
Jizan Wesley.
Gabrielle Smith. Tashay White. Casey Wright.
You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. of 5-7 and 5-8, you may stand and proceed to your designated locations.
Students of 5-7, and we're going to give Jamila Young the privilege of coming first. She has a trial at the National Stadium. So we call Jamila Young.
Students of 5-8, Anne O'Neill Brown.
Joanne Austin.
Kenrick Chambers.
Cavell Bailey, the cricketer.
Kevon Easy.
Michaela Carty.
Nando Bunsal.
Kareem Douglas.
Javon Jackson.
Malik Marshall.
Ramesh Reed.
Paul Palmer.
Jadon Rose.
Devon Price.
Damian Sims.
Romaine Reed.
Rajana Edwards.
Jaheim Temple.
Jahida Gale.
Dominic Walford.
Ariana Griffiths.
Hyphony Bedward.
Abriana Harrison.
Shaquana Brown.
Janae James.
Aisha Clark.
Anushka Levy.
Cedrina Cummings.
Amoya Mackenzie.
Paris Dyke.
Sherry Gay Mitchell.
Quasian Ellis.
Natania Nelson.
Antoinette Gale.
Rochelle Reed.
Akiva Goldburn.
Spain Rabotha.
Dana Isaacs. Ryan Latti.
Brianna Sauer.
Hohenharder Martin.
Daniel Talo.
Elaine Mackenzie.
Abigail Williams.
Gabriela Mackenzie.
Khadija Williams.
Rachel Richards. Taisha White.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Students of sixth form, please stand and take your places. Six A one. We have Ricardo Roberts, our head boy. Then we have the great Shanna K. Willis. Then we have Melissa Lewis. And Sarah Reed. You may be seated. This concludes the presentation of our certificate. Let's give a round of applause to our 2025 graduating class. Congratulations and God bless you.
Wow, wow, that was exciting, don't it? I want you to scream out the name of your graduate. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. There you are. Yes, you're so nice. Clarendon College class of 2025. I'm so excited for you all. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for the item from the Culture Club. But before there comes, I'm going to invite Mrs. Levy to come. All right, I'll do it after the culture club. A special presentation will be made, but at this time we'll be having a male dub item entitled Stop Whimpering Like a Girl. Put your hands together for the male dub ensemble. Come on, clap them, clap them, clap them. They are coming. Lots of men in the room. So put your hands together and give them a little more rhythm until they get up here. They're putting on their right clothes. It's a man thing. Yeah. So the male ensemble. No, it's not an ensemble, it's a culture club male dub. They're not ready yet, so they're getting themselves ready. But I hope that you are enjoying yourself. It is a celebration time, and I really want to congratulate you, graduates, for a job well done. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, they are on stage. Put your hands together one more time for the Culture Club male dub. Stop whimpering like a girl. So sit back, ladies. Make we hear the man them speak. Make we hear them what them really have to say to it right now. So listen up.
Like a girl. Be strong, be tough, show no fear. Be man, be brave, hold back the tear. Stand tall, be bold, take the pain. Be warrior, true, no show strength. My father said stop crying, stop whine. A boy not be soft. Walk the line, so me swallow the hurt, me bury the fear, hide the pain deep, so nobody here. Be man, be bold, take your stand. Not show the weakness, you must be a man. Some brethren say nah, back down, be strong. Show the world that you always belong. Some belong was high, lock my heart tight. If you can't see my break, then live my strength in silence, strength in pain. The mark of man, this struggle game. But me ask myself, why strength need for I? Why man need hard than the rest? Aside, when the world weighs down, the pressure feel real. Oh, me for sure strength if me can't be man, be strong, hold it in. Not show the pain, now let it win. Me brother try to live up to the core, take the weight heavy, silent load, but inside, you see the tears in his eyes, the pain that he carried, the broken disguise. Man must be strong, must face the fire, but the heart feel weary, so tired. Them say don't weep, don't cry, bold. But this life is old, the story is old. What is it to take off the mask? And what is being a man with me? We have to ask. Strength in courage, strength in truth, strength to feel, to reclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth, strength to feel, to reclaim the youth. Strength in feeling, strength for sure, strength to release, Straight for good. True man, rise up. True man, free. Strong in mind, not open to see. Strength now mean silence, now mean shame. For the man, for the human, one and the same. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. One, proclaim the youth. Strength in courage, strength in truth. Strength in feel, proclaim the youth.
Wasn't that lovely? Woo! And did you know that they are the gold medalists and the top in their category for the national finals in the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission? Put your hands together one more time for Clarendon College Male Dub! Wow, wow, that was great work. What them say?
Stunting courage, stunting truth, stunting you.
All right. That was them. So ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to special presentation. Somebody says special. And so at this time, I'm going to invite Mrs. Levy to come, and she's going to make a special presentation for Culture Club, after which I'm going to invite Mr. David Wilson and Mrs. Florite, who will be making special presentations on behalf of Dr. Hyacinth Broderick Scott Awards. So we'll take them in that order. So Lady Levy will be coming to make a special cultural club award, and then we'll go right into the awards for Dr. Hyacinth Broderick Scott Awards. In between time, as Mrs. Levy gets on stage, the following graduates are asked to meet Miss J. Pinnock immediately after the function in the Resource Center lab across Stewart Hall. Kiana McDonald, Abigail Snaith, Joanne Austin, Onelia Ferron, Janelle Mitchell, Jessica Smart, Janie Thomas, Kayla Johnson, Romaine Reed, Paul Palmer, and Jadon Rose. You're to meet Miss J. Pinnock immediately after this ceremony. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome on stage Miss Levy, and she'll be making a special presentation for the category of Culture Club. And the award goes to a graduate of the class of 2025. And the person is Miss Dana Isaacs. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the special presentations will continue, and so I'll invite Mr. David Wilson and Mrs. Florite to the podium to take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. Academic excellence has been indelibly etched in the psyche of anyone who attends Clarendon College. Our past students continue to uphold this tradition as our scholars serve with excellence both nationally and internationally. In order to motivate current students to continue the tradition of excellence, one of our distinguished past students, Dr. Hyacinth Broderick Scott, has donated prizes in different categories. I wish to congratulate this year's awardees and ask them to approach this stage to receive their prizes from our principal, Mr. David Wilson. Dr. Hyacinth Broderick Scott Award for Chemistry, Nikki Burke. For Spanish, Nikki Burke. Dr. Hyacinth Broderick Scott Award for Excellence in Accounts, Rodane Prince, Form 5-6. Dr. Hyacinth Broderick Scott Award for Excellence in Physical Education, Aaron Smythe, Form 5-3. CCPSA Atlanta Mentorship Award, Orlando Gonzel, Form 5-8. Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Come on, let's put our hands together one more time for our awardees. Excellence in chemistry, Spanish, accounts, physical education, and of course, the Atlanta Mentorship Award. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking an item from the Culture Club Dance Group. Are they ready? All right, we want to give them some time to get here. Are they ready? All right, so until they get here, we'll continue with prizes and surprises. Somebody says prizes and surprises. So at this time, we'll be doing the Highest Academic Achievement Award. And this award is from the United Church in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands Southern Regional Mission Council. And the presenter is Taniqua Francis, and the reader is Reverend Oliver Daly. At this time, I'm going to invite them to the podium.
And on behalf of the United Church, we make this presentation for the highest academic achievement. What a moment. And this presentation is made an award to Alia Mackenzie.
Congratulations, Alia. And yes, Alia is the Victorian. Come on, everybody shout, congratulations, Alia! All right, so we keep the excitement coming. I still believe that the Culture Club persons are not in the room yet. So just give us some rhythm until we put some more vibes in it. And as we continue the celebration, I hope that today is a memorable day as you continue to remember that the theme for our graduation ceremony says, a legacy of perseverance, a future for purpose. So ask the person beside you, what's next? After this, what's next? It's a time of reflection. Come on, ask the person, what's next? Our guest speaker gave us some valuable, thought-provoking information. Ask them what's next again. Because how you show up, how you treat people, how you build is your foundation, and life will change. Tell the person life will change. So guess what? Your decision matters. Tell the person your decision matters. So whatever you decide to do, whether to return for sixth form or to move on to college or to step into the world of work, chase your dreams. Tell them, parents, chase your dreams. Yes, we want them to chase their dreams so that we can be proud of them wherever they go. Remember to be punctual. Remember to do it and be your best. Be truthful. Be truthful in what you do, in what you say. Get those good grades at the tertiary institution, at college and at universities. They do matter. Of course, your recommendation speaks volume. Can I be recommended? Ask yourself that. Can I be recommended? Would you recommend yourself? Would you recommend yourself? What would you say about yourself? What would you say about, tell the person, what would you say about yourself? Tell them, I have a recommendation for you. Would you recommend me? Right. So I think the Culture Club dancers are making their way to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Culture Club dance group. Come on, clap them with some more energy. And the title of the dance is Never Would Have Made It. So from COVID-19 to now, you never would have made it without who? Without who? Receive the dance group.
Never could have made it without it. Never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, much better. When I look back over all you brought me through, I can see that you are the one I held on to, and I never would have made it. Oh, I never could have made it. Never could have made it oh, I would have lost it all. Oh, but now I see how you were there for me. I never would have made it. No, I never could have made it without. This rock is Jesus. Yes, he's the one. This rock is Jesus, the only one. Be very, very sure. Be very sure. Your anchor holds. Your anchor holds. Your anchor holds. Solid. Yeah, rock of ages. Clap for me. Let me hide. Oh, oh, oh. Myself in thee. Yeah. Let the water a double, double joy. Save me from, it's still time apart. Yeah, we are the church of the living God. Say and yes, yes. Say we are built on a solid. Say we are the church of the living God. Say and the gates of hell shall never prevail. We are built on the solid. Yes. Our Father, who art in Zion, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come on earth, thy will be done on earth. Say hallowed be thy name.
Wow, wow. What a spirited and talented. Enjoy yourself? You enjoy yourself? You have been a lovely audience. But before we go, I'm going to invite two of our graduates to come, Mr. Desmond Mackenzie and Johnny Thomas, who asked to do a special presentation. Will both of you come quickly as we pull the curtains down to a wonderful ceremony? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, keep the applause going for these two young people as they do their thing.
Good afternoon, everyone. Miss Raymond, stand up, please. A tribute to our truly remarkable soul. At first glance, you seem timid, graceful, docile. Getting to know you for you, I've learned that you have a heart made from the rarest stones, a treasure society wants to bury, but through the complexities of the environment you are in, you stood above the mere expectations of your job. You went above and beyond to ensure the best for us, even when the same was rarely reciprocated. You are an outgoing person, a great leader, an inspirer, and a motivator. You are always looking out for us. You have captured the hearts of many teachers and students with your uplifting spirit. Some people walk into our lives and change us forever, not with grand gestures and declarations, but with quiet strength, unwavering presence, and a heart that gives without asking for anything in return. You have been that change for us, and also for everyone blessed enough to know you. What makes you truly special is not what you do, but who you are. You lead with love, listen without judgment, and your word is a present and your comfort. Your word is a promise, and your presence is a comfort. A school year has passed since we've all first met, and it seems like a whole decade. Filled with laughter, encouragement, tears, keeping us in line and advocating for our rights even without us asking.
You have long surpassed your duties as a form teacher. You have done way beyond your personal obligations. You have been like a mother, a guiding light in the gloomy days of a high schooler. We were not allowed to be left out with you by our side. You found little ways to include all of us, whether one away or in the open. Pages filled with words won't even come close to how much we can say to you. Thanking you won't compensate for all you have done for all of us. You have genuinely been yourself, and oh, what a person you have been. You have given a number of reasons to give up. You have been given a number of reasons to give up, yet you did not. We will forever be grateful for you being in this chapter of our lives, and we hope to have you in many more.
Your encouraging words will remain engraved in our hearts. The moments we had are now memories to be kept. For you, we hope nothing but the best. Of course, this world has nothing good to offer, but wherever positivity is, I hope it finds you. A constant rain of blessings is what you deserve. Thank you on behalf of our farm class. They might not be brave enough to say it, and some might not even want to. But it is better to get a few genuine words than a bouquet of prickly roses. On behalf of Farm 5-3, we want to thank you, Mrs. Raymond.
Miss Raymond, big up yourself. Could all the teachers of Clarendon College, would you just stand right now? All the teachers of Clarendon College. Come on, all our Clarendon College teachers. Yes. Just look at them now. The bright minds, teachers, you play a significant role in the lives of your children. And guess what? You might not remember them, but they won't forget you. Thank you, young man and young lady, for doing that for Miss Raymond. At this time, we'll be having the vote of thanks by Everton Wilson of 5-3. Make some noise for Everton. And I'm sure you will never forget Everton.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. What an amazing day this has been as we gather in the cool hills of Clarendon with pride and a touch of disbelief that this moment is actually here. It's truly an honor to offer a heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of all the graduates. First and foremost, we would like to thank the Almighty God for the successful outcome of this event and for guiding us on this journey from beginning to end. To the minister, our beloved chaplain, Reverend Stone, who led us in devotion, your words set such a calm and meaningful tone for our graduation. Thank you for your spiritual guidance, not just today, but throughout our journey. We extend our sincerest gratitude to Mr. Fitzcarty, our esteemed chairman, and the entire board of management. Your leadership and dedication have provided the foundation upon which our education thrives, and we are truly grateful for your unwavering commitment to our school. To our distinguished guest speaker, Mr. Gale, your insightful words and inspiring message have resonated deeply with all of us, providing invaluable guidance and encouragement as we step into our future. Not only did it resonate deeply with all of us, but push us to aim higher. Thank you. We also extend a special thank you to Reverend Oliver Daly. Your presence and support are deeply appreciated, reflecting the strong community spirit that uplifts us all. To Mr. Delvin Doman, thank you for your continuous support and for sharing us the enduring legacy of our school. We look forward to joining your ranks and contributing in the future. To Mrs. Juliet Dawkins, your tireless effort and partnership with the school have been invaluable. Thank you for always advocating for us and for working so hard to enhance our school experience. Mr. David Wilson, our esteemed principal, your charge and presentation of the graduates
truly mark this momentous occasion. Your leadership has guided us through 5 years, and we are profoundly thankful for your dedication to our growth and success. We also extend our gratitude to Mrs. Wilson and Mr. Levy, our vice principals, for your guidance and for ensuring our academic journey was smooth and rewarding. To the incredible team of teachers who presented us with our certificates, thank you for not only imparting knowledge, but also for your endless patience, encouragement, and for celebrating this significant milestone with us. We would like to say a massive thank you to Mr. Thomas and his entire team for the incredible efforts they put into organizing the items and selections for today's program. From the beautiful choir performances to the captivating items by the graduates, your hard work truly made this event wonderful. A big shout out to the entire graduation committee for making this event such a resounding success. An extra special thanks goes to the teachers who consistently met with us to check on the progress of our speeches. Your guidance was invaluable. To the auxiliary and administrative staff who manage the logistics of today's proceeding, we say thank you. A special thank you to the teachers who work assiduously behind the scenes. Your dedication has been invaluable. And on behalf of the graduating class of 2025, we would like to say thank you. Just to mention a few names: Miss Johnson, Miss Wedderburn, Miss Raymond, Miss Newman, Mr. McLeod, and much more. Mrs. Levy also. We also express our sincerest gratitude to our Master of Ceremony, Mrs. Christine Russell-Lewis, for leading this service from beginning to end. Last but certainly not least, to our amazing parents, guardians, families, and friends, thank you. You have been our unwavering cheerleaders, our late night snacks providers, our sounding board, and our biggest motivators. Your belief in us, even when we doubted ourselves, has been the very foundation of our success. We know there were sacrifices made, endless word of encouragement, and probably a few great years acquired along the way. Today, this achievement is as much yours as it is ours, and we are eternally grateful. All the graduates applaud their parents for the hard work. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. We are truly proud of you, and we look forward to witnessing the amazing things you will achieve. As I close, on behalf of the graduating class of 2025, thank you to each and every one of you for being a part of this special day. It truly means the world to us. As you go forth to make a difference, remember these wise words of our principal: proper preparation prevents poor performance. Thank you.
Thank you, Everton, and come back in later years to be the guest speaker for graduation. He did well, don't it? Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to pull the curtains down with the hymn, We Build Our School. Would you stand as we sing? After 2, 1, 2. We build our school on thee, O Lord. To thee we bring our call. Loving heart, the love, the helpful word, the help, the tender thought, the tender thought, the kind. With these we pray, with these we, thy spirit may enrich and bless our until the platform party and the graduates exit the hall. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. By way of announcement, Mr. Blackwood is asking all students that he taught Spanish to meet him in front of the stage immediately after the function. Graduates are also asked to return the gowns to the Junior Omics department.
Ushers, you are being asked to return the bags at the front of the hall as well. Thanks.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikhulana buso wami awukhulana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikhulana buso wami awukhulana ilondoloze zuhambe nami ilondoloze 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 zungangishilana ilondoloze 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 zungangishilana dawo yami ayikhulana buso wami awukhulana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikhulana buso wami awukhulana ilondoloze zuhambe nami Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze uhambe nami